Try to.
What in God's name is going on in here? What was that ruckus?
What ruckus?
I was just in my office and I heard a ruckus.
Could you describe the ruckus, sir?
You're now listening to Music Impulse with Smilez.
All right, y'all, it's your boy Smilez, and we back for another episode of the Music Impulse. On this next episode, we got a returning guest, the guy who, if you listen to any Inaudible Ruckus IR Presents podcast, you hear his music, his sounds on every episode of everything we do, from the main pod to this pod you're listening to right now, Blurs in the Trap to, E-Rays with Bench Flicks and Chill. We all got the sounds of this guy. He's a returning guest on this one. We talked about his project Extraordinaire a couple years ago, but had to get my guy Alex Kane back on the pod. He got a new joint that's out right now. It's called Memento Mori, right? I said it right? Memento Mori. Definitely a change up from Extraordinaire. Definitely a change up from your last project you dropped last year, Stupid Cupid Love Games. But we had to get you on the pod to talk about this one and all that, but also just to catch up and do everything. But how you doing, my guy?
Man, I'm happy. I'm blessed. How y'all doing? How you doing over at Music Impulse?
Oh,
I know you've been new ventures and everything in life and moving and everything, man. So it's one of them things. Just life just happening, man. And I'm happy.
Talking to Lo off the pod, off mic and all that, just put a nice little battery in my back to gotta step it up in 2024. Keep the pressure on and just keep it going. So
yeah, that's where I'm at, man. Dropping this project to help that. It was confirmation, and the reviews I'm getting from it and how vulnerable I was. It was therapy. So it was like 2024. I think we all coming together, and we're gonna push harder. Like something happening. You know what I'm saying? I feel it happening.
Yeah. Before we really even get deep into the project, because I definitely want to get into the deep. But we just checking in all that. But today, as of y'all hearing this recording, the Lions play the Bucks in a couple hours. How you feeling about the Lions season so far?
Man, I saw us winning the division from based on last year on the Hard Knocks.
Yeah,
I got excited after Hard Knocks last year.
Yeah, that was me. I'm like, oh, okay, Lions, especially with Aiden Hutchins is like I like this white boy.
Yeah, and Aiden, come on, and go blue. So we already know that. So Aiden from here, he grew up here. We beat Ohio State with him. Won the Big Ten with him.
Yeah, my Buckeyes.
We don't won the North with Aiden. So, Aiden, a hometown kid. But yeah, I saw it after Hard Knocks and how we finished the season last year, beating the Aaron Rodgers and them. When we had nothing to play for, it's gonna be nice. And it was bumpy, but it's still, growing up here, man, we seen 0-16 and all these crazy losses, and even weeks ago with the Cowboys and eligible.
That's what I was looking for. I'm like, I just want this rematch, because I was like, I know the Lions is gonna take the rematch. I ain't gonna lie, fellow Cowboys fans. I was like, if we play the Lions again, I was like, they gonna take the rematch.
Yeah, we were on our way to Dallas, man. But but I'm happy. Hopefully we win today. We got a shot, man. To the Super Bowl. San Fran is still there if we win today, but I saw some things even last night, like, San Fran pretty vulnerable too if we get to Purdy. So
Yeah, we was talking in the group chat with Free, and even he was like, "Lo, I ain't gonna lie." He was like, I'm kind of scared. What could happen?
yeah, we bite kneecaps, man. We just gotta stay consistent.
Mhm.
I think we got it. I think we got it, man. The golf plays within themselves. We've been up and down, like trusting what golf can do.
Mhm.
But he's serviceable, man. He if he got that fire up under him, maybe we need McVay to be over, on the sidelines
Right.
every week to fire him up a little bit. Because some games he'll slip up, and we don't want that pick six type golf either. I mean, but we've been there, So I'm excited for him. I think we can do it. The Ravens is still the boogeyman right now. Like,
Yeah,
I don't know if anybody can stop them.
yeah, watching that Texas game, because that first half, I'm like, oh snaps, Texans might might do something, but that second half, it was just like, nope, sit down, little bro.
Yeah, that defense is scary, man. And then it's shaping up to be a Harbaugh type year.
Yeah,
that's what it's looking like. Both Harbaugh brothers.
That'd be nice. Yeah, that'd be nice for them. They would definitely be excited for that. Like, oh yeah, it's like you won in college. I'm out here doing the thing in the NFL. Like, let's go.
Yeah, we won the we run the same systems. A lot of people, if you don't pay attention or you're not, watching both, or especially if you don't watch, college is a different breed.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't follow, or they follow their home team. But yeah, we share coaches with the Ravens and the Wolverines.
Okay.
Like Jesse Minner, our DC, was in Baltimore. Vice versa, like our OC come from Michigan, go to the Ravens.
Oh, okay.
Just swap out. They did the special. They pops Jack Harbaugh.
Mm-hmm.
Like he get practice and game footage from both teams and like break it down. So he like our godfather coach, but his game plans and philosophies are in the Ravens and the Wolverines.
Oh, that's dope.
So if you look at it, we run the same thing. Is run, great defense, great line play, a mobile quarterback, and some playmakers. So it's the same system. Yeah,
I love it. But other than that, how has she been the last couple years? Because again, like I said, even just with the music, you could just tell that you've been growing and changing. Because last 3 projects is like they're all different, like vibes, like zones, and like so. Yeah, like,
since Regina, like you said when we talked, just kind of experimenting, and so even with this album, like how it's heavy and how I ended, like we'll get to that. But right before Regina, that year is when my cousin died, who I speak about on Memento Mori. So yeah, it was like even getting Regina done was kind of, for him. Or it's like, let me stop bullshitting with the music and with the art. He taught me everything. Like I was really trying to do it for him. And in between,
I remember you telling me that at the time.
Yeah. In between that is just me, just figuring out like my lane, my style, my vibe. Like I said, Stupid Cupid Love Games was just like all just like relationship type songs. I want to get that off my chest. This is a little heavier, but Regina was more so I wanted to get off, Black empowerment and opulence type shit. So I'm just following the vibe, man, doing what's in my heart and kind of using whatever I do as therapy. Like still got some turn up shit or, here and there, the fun type music.
Yeah.
But more so just trying to say something and, and being vulnerable. So, and producing. So I've been on that, producing for Faye.
Yeah.
My sister-in-law, she was on the show. Been in the studio, chopping it up with Royce, been at his studio. Got, chance to pick his brain. I was interning up at Heaven Studios, Royce spot. Sessions with dudes like Early Mac, songwriting type advice and sessions and just trying to figure this shit out, bro. For real. Just,
Yeah.
how
So
far can I take it?
yeah, like so. Let's go back to like the internship and all that stuff. What was that like? Just being in the studio with guys like that, and then
A legend.
like starting off with like, yes, I'm in here, and then you get to like where you putting in the work in and all that, and you're getting invited to go to events like SummerSlam to go like shoot content for them just off of like, hey, the work you've been putting in and all that stuff.
Yeah, and that was just random. Even like SummerSlam, like I was just hanging out at the studio and just talking. What you doing Saturday? Like, I'm gonna be watching SummerSlam, West Side Gun, and I'm gonna be in town for SummerSlam. You want to go? Like, all right. So like that was like one of the perks. And still having connections with them. It's just a little rough. Like it's again on this music journey and trying to figure out what I do and where I fit.
Mm-hmm.
So it's been tough even with that situation because it's more so a private studio. So it's like the work is here and there, or hey, it's just sporadic. But still having the opportunity, bro, to just sit with Royce in the lounge or shooting on the mini hoop and just talking shit. Royce is a legend. So using a lot of that. And getting comfortable, like just being around Royce and he even remember you. So, hey, John, what you working on?
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, yeah, well, I'm working on this EP and I'm doing this. Like, oh, okay. So, that type of shit. Again, just being around a legend, just give you that confidence. And then on to like, early Mac, Grammy nominated artists and playing music for them. And you got something. So kind of put that battery in the back. So like,
what was like the first time like you playing like music for like one of them or like Royce or Early Mac? What was that like? Just getting the confidence, just like, oh yeah, like I also do like my own stuff too.
Man, nervous as fuck. So, cause you don't want cause I've played like playing some stuff before, and then it's like I played like some beats. I think I got like 7 or 8 beats off like the first time I played some beats for Even Mac. And he liked one of them, but it was like, I'm sweating. Mm-hmm. So then, like, oh, I got some raps, blah, 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 and play them. And like in every, like Breen, like, bro, you should have rapped the first time I met you. So
you like, this is what you should have showed me.
Yeah, so it's like how I take that. But but yeah, like things like that, again, just confirmation. Even, I'm not sure if you hip, I know you from the Midwest, but like Street Lord Juan.
Yeah, I've heard Lowe's mention them before.
Yeah, like just like being in the studio and the Street Lord Juan, like a street legend up here, just coming in the C room and like, oh, you made this, and I'm just mixing beats. Mm-hmm. You're like, oh yeah, like you fired, bro, and like dap you up. Mm-hmm. I'm like, man, that was Street Lord Juan. Like,
yeah,
like, you know what I'm saying? So it's pretty big, man. But also not, how we, speaking of low and just what we do, just the Midnight Club and the Wolf Mantra, and just, not waiting for anybody to save us or anything, or the clout, chasing the clout and all that shit. It's like those are good confirmations, but I'm not waiting like, oh yeah, Royce or Mac or Juan like my shit, this and that. Like we don't, like nothing really comes from that, bro. It's really a confirmation. You got to maintain it and keep going. You know what I'm saying? So that's kind of the whole thing, like not getting, caught up on, somebody with a Grammy.
Yeah, like saying that, like oh shit, I know, like I'm about to get a Grammy next, like it's like,
oh, no. It don't work that way, yeah.
Or like, so, yeah, he about to use one of my beats, or he about to give me a verse, or it's like
it don't work like that, man.
Yeah,
the industry don't work like that. So I said confirmation, man, and feel good, like I'm doing something right.
Yeah, that's dope.
But that means I got to keep going. Like that means don't stop. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because like I was even to my girl, because I be telling about everybody interviewing. I was like, Kane is like, this nigga's like a Swiss Army knife. I was like, he raps, he produces up. Because I was like, yeah, like all the music that you hear underneath the podcast, like he does that. I was like, yeah. I was like, he raps. I was like, oh, it's Lowe's homie. I was like, they both from Detroit and all that. Because I've been playing Everybody Dies when we been getting in the car. I'm like, I was like, yeah, that song I've been playing. I was like, that's his song. I was like, in the second verse as well. She's like, oh,
Yeah.
okay. And I'm like, yeah. I was like, other than that, I was like, he also do like photography and video. I was like, then he got like a day job. I was like, this nigga's like always working.
I'm trying to walk into it, man. So that's the big thing for this year too. Like walking into it, even the Mac sessions, like, and my wife was with me the first time, and she's like, excuse me, she like, why you don't play anything that you're rapping on? Or, and it's like, you know, just having that confidence.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And you walking into the room like thinking or assuming what people want to hear or what the vibe is going to be, instead of making making the vibe, you know, what I'm trying to present, or you know, instead of walking in and owning the room, basically. Like, I'm still working on that. Or it's like, oh, I can't play no raps for these are real rappers, you know what I'm saying? But then you play it and everybody stink face, or, you know, again, just confirmation, you know, in a room full of other artists too, because not just those guys, it's other up and coming artists, or people there for the same reason, you know, trying to figure themselves out. And just even playing off that one song, or playing a song for them, and like they automatically like recite the bars, or you know, like after, like, hey man, we need to connect. That one line you said, like you're already remembering, you know, the song, and I just play like stuff like that. Just
like, oh shit, that line was slick. Like, oh, that's you. Like,
yeah, stuff like that. Seeing people, you know, in Instagram, Facebook stories, playing songs, man, and you know, like, we ain't went platinum on shit, but it's like, damn, 10 motherfuckers and shared my shit today. It's crazy.
Yeah, that's dope. Yeah, that's dope. Yeah, like, cause even like I saw like the early Mac post you put. I know it's like, yeah, he commented underneath it like, yo.
yeah.
I like, and then someone who like listened to like Big Sean and stuff back in the day is like, yo, we know who early Mac is.
that's that camp, man. That's that camp. You know, check his credentials, man. His writing credentials. Like, I didn't even know he wrote the hook on it. It was G-Eazy No Limit. You know, like, yeah, like he got some work. I think he's worked on Beyonce, the previous project before Renaissance.
Okay.
Which has a visual like the African joint.
Oh yeah, that one. Yeah, for the Lion King.
There's like
or
something
whatever.
on there. Yeah, the Lion King. Yeah, he's on that too. So it's like, he's somebody. You got Lion King, Beyonce creds. Right. So, and he say my songwriting is dope. Like, yeah. So it's been a last year, the end of last year for sure. I kind of ramped up leading up to this, and I just got to continue it, man.
Oh yeah.
Just carry that torch.
Other than that, what's it been like, you know, having to, you know, again, balance all that, you know, doing the internship and like having to go to the studio whenever that, then again, like, you got a day job, you're married, you're a father. Like, I love seeing you post about your daughter, you know, at the volleyball games and all that, and also balance that with spending your time. Like, I also gotta, you know, take the time to work on my own personal stuff with raps and, again, business with Midnight Club, and it's like
stressful, man. I try not to make excuses. Like, sometimes, you know, you have a reason for like not being productive or something not working, but it's just a fine line between, you know, making an excuse on why, you know, some shit didn't work or some shit didn't happen. But yeah, balancing all of that, like, you know, through the, you know, fall to winter. You know, my daughter, she's, you know, volleyball, like I mentioned that, and even traveling weekends and travel games hours away and all that. So even with Memento Mori, that's why, you know, I took my time to do it, because I'm also, you know, doing that and being a dad, and I gotta be a husband, and then I said other businesses and the 9 to 5, and you know, in service for other people, and which is cool, because, you know, I look at myself like a creative director above everything. So
yeah, that's what I was like, it's all
like,
just helping all that.
Yeah, but like, even the internship, getting called up like the day of to go do some photography work for Cash Doll, and it's like,
oh yeah,
okay,
you did
like,
do that. Yeah, I do remember seeing doing that. Like, yeah.
And the Pistons, there's the Pistons and Cash Doll thing with Royce, but it's like, yeah, everything just, you know, falling into place. Some things I've turned down, but some things are like right on time. But and some things had to move, like something like that. It's like, well, I'm not making beats today, or or somebody need beats. Just trying to balance it. Like, give me a second, bro. Like, I know I owe you some mixing because I've been mixing for artists too, and their songs, like the song got mixed, got on this popular Twitch streaming show or something, and it was like one of the things. It was like a Detroit artist. And they're like, yeah, Detroit coming up. Like, the song is straight, but the mix is fire. And I'm like, I mixed that. You know what I'm saying? So it's been a balance, but like on people. But it's like, hey, I got this tonight, and people been understanding. Like, I haven't lost any, clients or burned any bridges or anything. Just making connections and just in the flow state, like what we always say. Like, it's just flowing, man. Sometimes it's unbelievable. Just sitting up at night. Again, I'm not necessarily a household name, but the attention that we have been getting the past 6 months for sure. Just sitting on the couch, even playing Call of Duty or something, like, wow. Like, just getting a notification. It's like seeing somebody share stuff, a stranger, and then seeing somebody else from Facebook, like, oh yeah, I'm Facebook friends with that guy. Like, listen to that, and people adding me, man. It's just been just trying to juggle it. Like you said, it's been stressful, but enjoyable too. Just seeing the progress from it. But this is what we want to do. So, like I always say, I don't want to no knock on anybody. I worked at McDonald's for a day and a half, and I don't want to do that anymore. So, but I've had all odd jobs, man. Worked overnight at Kroger, when I was a newlywed and all this shit, man. It's like, just trying to carve out. Like, I know the creative lane is what I need to do. I just need to walk into it because I'm gonna do what I can to provide always, for the family. But if I don't have to go do those things, like, I'm good, man. I'm blessed.
That's dope. Also, before we get into albums, really books. I wanted to definitely get into some books because I definitely talked to Lo about, because last year I downloaded Audible, started listening to like the audiobooks, and over the probably last 4 or 5 years I've been buying books, but really hadn't really put the effort into really last year of like actually sitting down and reading them. But like, I would hit up Lo about like, oh, I saw y'all post this, like I bought it, or like, oh, I'm listening to this now myself. Like, what would you say like was some of your books that were your favorite in 2023, or like the most inspiration for you in 2023?
I'm looking at one. I try to keep them close. So I'm not an avid reader, but I heard in Tiger for sure, bro.
Yeah, I downloaded that one. I haven't listened to it yet, but I downloaded that one.
This is like the creative leadership in general, like Bible, bro. So I recommend that, and you dissect that and reverse engineer it.
I think that's the one y'all posted, like, yo, we don't like giving like perfect scores, but this one,
it's a couple of them, like even to that. So again, like I tell everybody, like, even having a bachelor's and a master's, like, which is very fucking rare in our community, but I'm not the reader. Like, I skimmed through college, like, for sure. I was disciplined enough. I was probably at like a 3.1. Probably around that 2.9, 3.1. But and then what we trying to do with Midnight Club is, just get people into reading, just, knowing the benefits of it. Lo is more of a reader anyway, so he got me, on that train, even with the audiobooks. But like Herd and Tigers, like, I like tangible things, so I'll still even get the book most times and then just listen to it. But I still have the book for like cross-reference or just to have in my collection. But that's one for sure. We're saying like giving it a perfect rating. I'm looking at my collection, trying to see what the other ones.
They don't have to be perfect, but I do remember y'all you posting about that one, like being like a perfect one.
That one for sure. Malcolm X, like that's an easy one. That's over there. The Alchemist.
Yep, that was one I listened to last year.
Is a classic. Like, I want to read that one over. Then one that's not really so perfect, I guess, Nipsey Hussle book, The Marathon. I think it's The Marathon Continues. And that was kind of written by a reporter. I think he was like a columnist or whatever you call it for Double XL or something.
Oh yeah,
but he just wrote it.
That's another one I just haven't got to yet.
Yeah, it's a lot of dope things in there that you didn't know about Nip. But then where I said that one not a perfect score, I would give you just the way it was written. Like everything turns back into gangbanging, and it's like, okay, we know he was a Crip. Like you don't have to keep telling us he was a Crip or trying to tell us what a Crip is and all. It was like that, like kind of like white splaining.
Oh yeah, white
gangbanging is.
Yeah.
But it was some good info in there. And then I got this one. I say all you need to know about the music business. If you see that.
All you need to know about the music. Okay.
Yeah, and that's the music business Bible for sure. But yeah, we just want to preach and push literacy is one, and just self-knowledge, and it's other shit, man, that we can, especially getting older, like pick up a book, man, learn something, better yourself, enrichment, learn something. So that's the kind of the way we've been on trying to push. Yeah,
because I definitely love it. Just from the post or just talking to Lo, like just with me and him, like one-on-one, him telling me like, yo bro, check this one out, like I just finished this, check this out, add this to the list, or even just ones that I've just read myself, or again, like stuff I seen y'all post, and then following up with him like, oh, I finally listened to this, or I finally read this. This is the feedback that I got from him. He's like okay, like, yes.
That's something else I do too, since we all sports fans too. When I be watching like the ESPN shows or all these shows and everything is like virtual, I be looking at their bookshelf behind them and like seeing what they read. It's like, all right, let me get that whatever show, the news or whatever. Like if I see a bookshelf, I be trying to look like, okay, what's that, all right. And just asking people, leaders, again, because we both into marketing, like me and Lo. So having managers or leadership, marketing gurus and this and that, CMOs, like, hey, what books are you reading? What's some good marketing books? What's this and that? What's some good leadership books? And that's what we're trying to push, man. Even for the young homies, the little homies.
I'm trying to get into more of my marketing books this year too.
I was actually just one-page marketing plan. It's the ultimate marketing book too. So.
I bought a physical and I bought it on Audible. I did.
Yeah, see.
I did both for that one.
Yeah, you set, bro. One-page marketing plan and Herd and Tigers.
Yeah, I'm about to because what I'm about to finish up now is I got like an hour left. E.T. the Hip Hop Preacher, the UOU book. Basically about Chris Paul did the intro, but it's basically just about his life.
Oh yeah,
I didn't know he was from Detroit. Until
I get that one. I got some other like books like I got the Rick Ross, I got the Gucci Mane.
Yeah,
but I haven't started those. And then I finished 50 Cent, Hustle Smarter, Hustle Harder. Like that's I got that one. I read that one. Yeah, I read that one the whole way.
That was another one that Lo told me about. I was like, I wouldn't have been, but he's like, nah, bro. He's like 50 was like dropping gems in that one. So.
There's some gems in there. Yeah, some hustlers shit in there all throughout. That can be more so the hustle Bible, translating from the streets to corporate type. Yeah, so that's a good one.
Okay, that's dope. But getting to the album finally, again, Memento Mori, new project out right now. Let's start with just the title. How'd the title come to be? How do you think of this one?
Yeah, by accident again, like most things. Like I'm inspired by art or just life, art. I always say art imitates life. So I can just see something and then just run with it. Like even now, like going to the Pistons game yesterday, like I just took a picture of the rafters, all the retired jerseys and everything. And the picture came out dope. And I'm like, man, this looks like an album cover. And like, it's like I'm probably about to do like another project around the Pistons or something like. Yeah. So and then Memento Mori, just what I was going through and what I continue to battle, like depression in life, losing people, it was just one of them things just on Google, and it just came up, and it was just like something like a token of death or something. That's just how what my spirit was pushing me towards. And then it sounded cool. Like it's really it's deep, but it's not. I saw it. I was like, it sounds cool. And then I just started doing all my research, like what is Memento Mori, this and that, skull and crossbones, and just remember, basically death is inevitable, type deal. And again, what I was going through, and cousin died, and even personal battles like family issues. What I talk about is like, wishing the family was closer and all this other stuff. It's like, we need to remember that we all will die, one day. So we need to work on those relationships, or we need to live life to the fullest. We need to get out of that depression, get out of that funk. We need to find a reason to live, because we won't live forever. You know what I mean? So, and it just stuck. I kept it.
And then
listen to a lot of Ready to Die, Big, and Me Against the
that's what I was
World.
gonna say with the cover. It was like with the play on the Ready to Die.
Heavily influenced, bro. It's like Ready to Die artwork and imagery, but like Me Against the World type content, and Ready to Die too. So it's like a mix of those, which is another story, because that's what Pac said Big stole from him. Like when he made Ready to Die, that's part of their beef.
Yeah,
He dropped Ready to Die and stole my whole style, blah blah blah. So
as I know, Pac is a real huge influence for you too. I was like, I know you really like talk a lot about Pac.
Yeah, Pac. Yeah, he's up there. He's my top 3 for sure. It fluctuates, but yeah.
Let's go into like some of the tracks that I definitely want to highlight. So of course, let's start off. Everybody Dies with Skeet Gross and CO the Great. So first off, off of me just hearing that, I'm like, oh.
It starts off.
And plus, I hear like early versions when Lo was like working on his verse and everything, but then just to hear the final version, and like even his verse change up a little bit and tighten it up, and then hearing the other dude, the CO the Great guy, just coming like right afterwards. I'm like, oh, this is ill.
Yeah, I wanted that energy, because Lo got that energy, and I step in and out, like you said. A lot of my stuff sounds different, like project to project, song to song, but I know I can be like the calming tone, or like start it off. But I knew Lo could bring a different energy, and then I knew Cole. I've worked with him before. We have a single together too. Okay. And I produced some of his stuff too. But like I just knew he has that hype, like up here, type of aggression too. So I was like,
yeah, I like his little line about like, yeah, that's me shooting out the window if you didn't get the innuendo.
He's a dope writer. I had some other options for it, but I was like, yeah, Cole, he'll be able to, finish this one off. But I knew it would be the intro. I'm super detailed with anything I do, any type of art, with the album, just even putting it together, like with my structure and song structure, how it flows. And I had like 3 or 4 different beats and options even for that, but I'm like, this the one. And then when I got that again, then in my producer mind, I'm like, and then I know Lo will sound good on this, or so everything could just get to turning. And the album was done probably like 2 months before, but that was like the last song. But again, I'm so detailed. I'm like, this one has to play out how I saw it. You know what I'm saying? Like this one, it has to work this way. Like I can't just throw this together or throw just anybody on it. And it came out. That's been a lot of everybody's not even favorite, I say, but since it's the first one, like it's the attention grabber. It's even when I started, okay, let's get it, bitch. Like
that's how I was like, oh, okay, this is
like, okay, like we here now type, that's kind of one of our mantras, like we here now, so living in that moment, like you heard everything else, okay, let's get it, I'm back, and here's out. This is how we starting it off with some shoot 'em up shit.
I was like, oh, okay. But then we get into bad times, and because I remember like hitting you like, yo, bad times. But then before we get into Sins of My Father, but like I was like, oh shit, this nigga's hitting us with some just off of Bad Times. I was like,
it's crazy, man. And it's what's dope is and some songs take me weeks, months, years to write, or even like sample, or just figure out how I want to write, put something together, or write the story out. But a lot of times, because everything is not true, like it's art, you know what I mean? It's you either telling a story, you telling somebody else's story, or you just putting something together. It could be a fun song, but this album is like everything is like vulnerable, and it's me. So it just really, like, the writing just flowed. Like Everybody Dies, like I wrote that. I was in Kroger shopping, but it was like I had to be this and that. Bad Times probably took me like 10 minutes to write, because it's everything that was weighing on me. You know what I mean? I was just going through those situations with the family and everything. So it's just real heavy and vulnerable, man. Like, yeah,
because like again, those first 3 tracks, I was like, I had to replay those multiple times before I even kept going, because I was like, just these first 3 is just like, again, from energy into how deep you get into. I'm like, these first 3 tracks, I can't even get past these first 3 because of how.
Yeah, and Sins of My Father took longer. Sins of My Father took months because, again, it's true, but just figuring out how to structure, how to write that story with my dad, because I've spoke on that on other songs that are unreleased. But I was kind of rewriting it or rewording it. Like, I wrote about those situations before, but I'm like, it wasn't time. Or years ago, like, I'm not comfortable enough as an artist to be as vulnerable. Yeah. So like I trashed the songs, or I still got the verses and just going back, like, I wrote this in 2018 about my pops, blah, blah, blah.
Like, how can I re-say this? How can I still say it?
Like, I've spoke about him, man, like 2011. I did like a freestyle to like Hail Mary. When me and my pops, we were kind of working on our relationship, and I wrote this freestyle to Hail Mary like 2011 or so, and he was like, wow, like, we were trying to work on our relationship, and tears and all that fell. So it's always been in there. But then with like Sins of My Father, I was like, all right, it's time to really share this story.
So yeah, like with Sins of My Father, like that was a dope track, because it made me I ain't had like that level of stuff, but I just think about like my own passage with like my mom and my dad, just like little stuff here and there, just when you just think about like, yeah, I wish that could have been better, and I'm like, oh, this nigga Kane just went like really deep. And I think it's more, again, like, just from seeing you from social media and all that, it's just like, oh shit, my nigga been through like some shit.
yeah, and that'd be the thing, like also learning myself, and just that even the feedback that I've gotten, like, a lot of people have like those same reviews, or like the same feedback or critiques, or experiences when they listen to it, and like hit me up in my DM. Like, a lot of them I'm obviously not gonna share, but just people like, man, my dad did this, blah blah blah, or man, like, another artist or rapper I've never even met is like, yeah, man, and I want to talk about this type of stuff in my music, and like, you inspiring me to be comfortable enough to do so. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is the level I want to get to. And again, this is people like strangers, man. So yeah, and everybody goes through something, or has gone through something, or is going through something. You never know. I'm learning, even like talking to my mom, or building that relationship stronger, even with my sisters, is like, damn, like, checking myself, thinking that something is what it ain't, type deal, if that makes sense. Like, I didn't even know my sister was going through that. I didn't even know my mom was going through that. And here I am, like, oh, we have this poor relationship because of this and that, or what did I do wrong? Or, that's part of me too. And, that insecurity too, like, I did something wrong, or I'm that problem. It's kind of what I say on the song too, like, I'm the issue. But then it's like, man, this person I'm thinking we have issues with is facing some some real life or death situations in most cases, or this person is damn near homeless, and I mean that's why they're not, interacting. You just never know. It's still a fine line of people using things as excuses, but still, like, we all have battled some shit, or still are, and it's just an inspiration. Whatever I do, it's just like to let people know, like, we gotta be a wolf and fight through that shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, especially like even just you speaking on that's just how I feel just currently in life. Just again, like I told you, to just moving in with my girl, but then from like my friend that I was living with, me and him then lived together probably like 8 years, and just like his own personal things and going on. It's like, I know you've been through some shit, bro, but also what's a lot of that. Well, I can't say what is an excuse or not, but just like
self-imposed.
Self-imposed problems and things that, so like even just
and that happens. A lot of the shit that I've been going through is like I did that to myself. Especially if it's relationships, but even like being able to do sins of my father, because all last year I was thinking about sitting down with my dad again. I haven't seen him in like 13 years. Wow. So it's like, but do I want to? I still hear stories. Because again, like my cousins or family, it's even weird. Like he still would even like he still does like contact my mom or this and that, but like just randomly, because it's still the 6 degrees of separation, or I say small world, whatever. Like they still interact. My mom has seen them several times at like parties or reunions or in the old neighborhood, like run into each other.
Yeah, because it's like at the end of the day, y'all in the same city, so it's like
but still like no like real work, I feel like, to either fix our relationship or anything. So at the end of the day, it's like, do I want to fix it? Do I want to bring that back in my life as well? Like I've been doing good. My kids don't know him. My oldest daughter knows him, but like my youngest 2 daughters don't know the guy, don't know how he look, his voice or nothing, and it's like he on the west side, and it's like so cool.
Because I know that can be issues as with family dynamics and stuff like that, especially in Black people's households and stuff like that. I battle like, do I need to put more effort and forgive them or work on that, or would it be a waste of time or kind of derail what I got going on? And my heart and God really ain't told me like it's time to talk to him, so it's like I'm just flowing, man. And it'll be.
Hey, what's up, y'all? It's Neezy here. I wanted to make sure that y'all go and get your Naturally Nay Instant Moisture Duo. That's right, this Instant Moisture Duo can be used on braids, locks, twists, beards, and all of your natural hair. The moisturizer is all natural ingredients. One of our key ingredients, aloe vera. Aloe vera is really great for your scalp. And our oil blend is a mixture of the best oils that you can use to promote hair growth and give your hair a good shine, and overall just a natural glow. So you're getting 2 amazing products. Make sure you go to inaudibleruckus.com/naturallynay, and also you can follow us on Instagram at naturally_nay, NAEE.
That's got to be Kane!
West side nigga, I used to think about killing myself. Look, I didn't kill myself, I'm kinda proud of that. Just wanna be around some love where everybody at. Unless they need you for a favor or some nosy shit. Try to ask you how you doing on some phony shit. I guess you don't know, nigga, I'm fucked up. Thought about kicking the bucket and shit, but what's up? How can I help you today? So what you need? Are you stopping by to see how much I bleed? Like adrenaline, the pain is such a sudden rush for me. They don't fuck with me, I pray to God to send me what's for me. Like what's up with me? Fuck I do to make you come for me. Ain't no love for me. Maybe when I die they come to grieve. How it's gonna be, show me no support.
Pain, man. It'll be pain either when I see him, Like I don't even know how the conversation is going to go emotionally. And then if I never get to talk to him or see him again, if it is, you know, unfortunately, like, you know, either his funeral or mine or whatever, it's like, that's another sad ending to the story. But I mean, it's life, man. It's, I don't know. And I'm dealing with his sins to this day.
Because I can tell, because like, I don't want to be what he was. So I'm trying to be a better father to like my daughters and show them that, you know, I'm present and all that.
Yeah, that was a heavy one, man.
Yeah.
That's
and then what about the title track, Memento Mori? How'd that come to be? Was that the first song you did, or that was just like you made it and it was just like this fits the title of the album? How'd that come to be?
It wasn't the first. I don't know what the first was, but it's probably like Mifo or Ready to Die. Memento Mori was it didn't have a title, so I just made it the title track based on, you know, what me and my little cousin was talking about. So it came about like that's my little cousin on the first verse.
Okay.
WD1 Lee. It came about because I think like a year or two ago, I didn't even know he was doing music or rapping, and he's still kind of secretive about it too. Yeah. But I had saw it like on the Facebook story. He was performing or something, and I'm like, what's this? Yeah, like yeah. Then asking him to send me stuff, and for like a year, everything went by. You know, time goes by, and still not, you know, letting me into that side of him in that world. So it just finally happened, and sent him the beat. I didn't have my verse or anything. The crazy thing, like everybody that's on the project, like how it fits so perfectly with the project, but like nobody heard like a verse or anything from the project. Oh wow, that's you know, before they sent in their verses. So it was just, man, just God really putting it together, and especially there, because I said it on that track. His dad passed when he was a baby. My little cousin's my uncle, and I was in about 8th grade, and that was probably like months before my dad got out of jail. So that's also just a, you know, a time in my life where I was confused and trying to figure shit out, and death and losing people, gaining people, and dad coming home, and that was not what I thought it would be when he got home after 10-12 years. It was a mess, but so little cuz growing up and doing that, like I said on my verse, like my uncle died, whatever, and now I'm rapping with this baby boy. So it was just pretty dope. I gave him the beat and just told him like what I think I want to talk about. And it's probably on my album. This is what the album probably will be about. Just real quick, again, he didn't hear anything, and he pulled up with his verse. I didn't even have my verse, you know, written, and I'm like, I gotta match this this energy and his flow. And even learning him, you know, as he's growing up, you know, him, all of my younger cousins always were around me. You know, I'm the oldest cousin. I'm the first one with an apartment and moved out and all that. So, you know, all the school breaks, you know, the little kids, they want to come over. Yeah, hang out with big cousins. Play the PlayStation, you know what I'm saying? So he was one of them. But then, you know, you get older and you have your own life and, you know, grow apart in a sense, but start doing your own thing, you know, and not being this close, not being under me type deal. So it was find his own lane. It was a blessing for him to pull up, and learning him again, learning everybody again, but learning him and hearing a lot of his music finally, and the things he's talking about and things he's battling, and he put it in that song, and I'm like, oh, okay, look, cuz okay, so I gotta come with it too. And then just naming it the title track again, I just thought it fit because it was like a remembrance. Even I'm starting it, you know, they don't love you till you're dead, and this and that, and then Memento Mori, like remember, you know, death is certain type deal, like a remembrance and token of death. So, and that's how I try to carry it. Like, you know, his uncle dying, relationship with my pops again, and trying to fix things, almost dying one night. Like I just threw a whole bunch of heavy shit in that verse too. So
this is why I love the project so much, because I was already thinking like, damn, I don't know how to really like rank them. It was like between the three projects, because it's like this is heavy. Like, yeah, again, you talk about depression, you know, stuff with your father, family, friends, you know, even taking it like your own life. Like I've heard like other artists, like how did it feel for you, like when you finished and just like, okay, this is it, this is over, and then like I really just pour like my heart and soul, because again, I know I've seen you been posting like, hey, this is my magnum opus, like this is like my great project, which I truly believe that. But it's like, damn,
I think this is the best one, and I don't mind everybody else feeling like it's the best one, but I think it is for sure. I mean, like I said, like I'm even now just life. It was therapy, so I'm feeling great. I was feeling really good when it not necessarily when it dropped. Like when I drop mostly anything, like I'm just really checking Spotify and shit to make sure that it's on there right, with no typos, and that the song's in the right order. Like I'm not even excited about it at that point, because I done already listened to it 300 times or 3 million times already. So, but finishing it, man, with this one, like I've been excited about other things. Regina was a little emotional with this, you know, subject matter of Black Power. Love Games and other songs is like, yeah, I did it, pop a bottle. And then this one, man, I was literally sitting there like in tears because of how happy it was. But it was like leaving the gym or therapy, or, you know, just a fight and like coming out on top like I fucking did. It was like a, you know, winning the championship. Like I did it. No matter what happened next or whatever success we get, it was like this was one that I know that I put a lot into, you know. And again, even before people heard it, it's like not even caring about how it got received. It was like this weight is off me, you know what I mean?
It's definitely the project, like if anything that want someone to start with, if they wanted to like just check you out, I'd like check this one out first and then go back and listen to like the other stuff.
Yeah, I appreciate that. I'd say that, you know, a few other singles, like some singles I probably recommend if it's like, you know, what you should listen to first. I mean, and it's just heavy, but like I battle with that, like listening first type deal. Like I'm comfortable, I'm cool with it, because like it's no like club, it's no turn up shit, it's no stuff like that. Everybody Dies is the closest to like, you know, a ride type track, you know, banging track. But it's like, the beat works, the beat poured out the story and the emotions I wanted, and I'm not looking at it like what Cole we said when he first got signed to Hove. It's like, but we need the radio joint. Like, nah, man, I'm just getting my shit off, bro.
I love it.
And I'm excited. I produced, so I've been gradually getting better producing, but this one I produced more than half of the tracks on there, so I'm happy about that too. Like, which
one of the tracks was the solo Vay single. What made you want to put Vay on there with a solo joint?
Because Vay dope as hell.
Facts.
I wasn't shying away, because on Love Games, and I still think to this day, and told her, like on Love Games, she's on like the second track on there, and I'm like, she ate me up. Like, she came in so hard, bro.
She did her thing on that feature.
Yeah, I'm like, she spoke to me, but she's I just wanted to give her like two, you know, with her being my sister. Just artists in general, you know, myself included, you kind of fear, like I think we've passed fear of releasing shit because we've been releasing, like that's like step one, fear of releasing. But then you get to that vulnerable stage, or if people don't like this, or people don't care about my story, or am I telling too much type deal. So I wanted to shed some light on her, because we've had that conversations where it's like I don't have an audience, or people ain't gonna like it type deal. I was thinking like kind of the space I want to get to as well, like putting people on or using whatever I got to, you know, help others too. So I was thinking that the whole Memphis Bleak type shit too.
Oh
I was
yeah,
like,
yeah.
like I wanna give her a song. I wanted to give somebody a song. I'll probably do that with Lo. Lo, he getting his feet wet with it. And we discussed like even if how he's gonna do this, Lo might just be more so in the background, like Punch had TDE, depending on how we grow. But for sure, like we always talk about, the real rappers and the artists, like Sus is, Vay is definitely one of those real artists and spitters. So
yeah, I'm definitely waiting for the next one now.
I'm pushing her, man. But yeah, so I sent her like a pack of beats. Again, I'm producing shit, and she heard nothing, bro. And I was like, I want you to have, something on there. And she, I mix her shit too. So I had we got like 4 or 5, like in the holster. But I'm like, can I have this one? And she like, if you think it works, because again, she didn't hear anything. I'm like, if it's like, trust me. And she's like, yeah, go ahead. And
because it definitely does fit the vibe of the whole project.
I made that beat. Even with that, so that beat fit the project already, like when I made it, and I wanted to use it. I wanted to rap on it, but I couldn't find the words for it. So, and then I'm not like, holding on to shit. So I accept she liked it. And fire emojis. She loved it. I didn't tell her I wanted that for my album. I didn't tell her what to say on it. She sent it back, and I'm like, this is like summing up everything I've said on the album so far. You know what I mean? In her words now. And so it just worked, man. Again, everything just aligned, bro. On God's time. Like, yeah, this one is good. It was also one of the hardest ones I had to mix. It took me a while to mix that one for her. For some reason, just like, it's not clicking yet, or let's do this. It's the ad libs. We put some work into that, but it had to make the album for sure.
Oh yeah, definitely glad it did. And then the last track, Madden 2000, the one to your cousin with the voicemail and everything. Yeah,
it was all for him, man. I wanted to dedicate it. The whole thing not about him, not the whole project, but I mean he's part of the inspiration again that we all die, and even that one, man, was weird. Like, so my uncle, who I mentioned, like Memento Mori, rapping with his son. So my uncle, he died in a car accident when I was like 8th grade. And so then fast forward to Big Cuz, who died like 2021 or so. He died in a car accident.
Oh wow.
So it's like, and like those two are like the most influential, best friends, cousins, family members
that
men that I've had, 2 of for sure. So again, it was the token of death, man. He weighs on me, like if not daily, like weekly. Like, damn, it's my cousin. Again, he taught me everything, and I mentioned that on Madden 2000. But even with my uncle, as a kid, like he was, those two were like 2 of the people who whoop my ass in Madden. When you beat the little kid, get the kids off the sticks, come over to Granny house and take over my video game type deal. With Big Cuz, like I say in the song, even like 9th grade, 8th, 9th grade, like after school, catching the bus to his crib, to play Madden because he had a PlayStation. He had MTV Music Generator, where I first started like trying to make beats on. But again, I didn't have a PlayStation. But eventually, like I got like a memory card, a PlayStation memory card that I kept with me. And I just be traveling around, like whoever got a PlayStation, got MTV Music Generator. But Cuz will let me just pull up and critique, making shitty beats on PlayStation 1, or I got my notebook full of rhymes, structure. Like, I don't know what the hell I'm talking about. I'm 14, talking about a gun, and like, that's not real, or you got to say it this way, or this is what a chopper is, or like, I vividly remember those conversations. Like, say this or say this, teaching me, vocabulary, or like how to read a dictionary, or how to count bars and all that, what I mentioned. So it was heavy, just like remembering him and that like helping me. Mentioning that we bumped heads, you know, the older I got too, because I want to do things my way, or we disagreeing on things, but it's like even like on the voicemails, like, you know, watching me grow into a man. So but he always, you know, had my back. So what I mentioned like in the second verse, like whatever I was doing, man, if I wanted to grow crops or some shit, he'll be right there. We're on Facebook. This the coldest motherfucker that grow corn in Michigan. Like,
that's dope.
like,
that's dope.
So missing that. And we weren't on great terms when he had passed, but we would fall out. Then he'll leave a voicemail. Yeah, little motherfucker, answer your phone. I know you ain't tripping over the Facebook comments and back and forth we had. I know you ain't sending me the voicemail because you mad about some Facebook shit. Call me back. Then it's like, all right, I'm calling back. Hey, cuz. Like, so, yeah, it was a heavy one. You know, a real actual story. Trying to go to the studio with him, having my notebook full of rhymes, and you 14, 50, you think about to get on a mic and all that. They in the back smoking weed, and, you know, the girls pull up and all that stuff, and I'm just sitting there playing Madden and I'm thinking I was gonna rap. Even that incident fueled me to, like, you know, at that age, start to figure out how to record myself and all that stuff. So, you know, everything happens how it's supposed to, type deal. But I was pissed off that night, bro. And I'm like, I'm about to show him. And I started recording myself, and I eventually, you know, got into my 20s and this and that, and started recording him. Like, he needed a studio. I was like, tables turn.
That's the turn.
Yeah. Now you want to record at my house. Like, nah. Like, so, yeah, that was, you know, how that story came about. And naming it Madden 2000. I figured, you know, the name will be catchy too. You know, everybody matches that, you know. But also, yeah, like putting those two together, like, you know, tying those two knots together. Like, Madden has been a fixture in my life. Yeah. And my cuz was fixture. My cuz would beat me in Madden. You know, I remember when I finally was able to beat him. Yep. And, you know, all that kind of shit. So yeah, I love that. Emotionally writing, man. And then I still had his voice, man. Like, I've been saving that for, again, he died like 2021. But I've been saving that. Like, I have to use this for something. Yeah, like, for sure.
Yeah, that's dope. That's dope.
I love the time worked out, man. It worked out. Yeah. It's been on my phone for years.
Yeah, I love how the whole project came to be and everything. But to kind of switch it up towards the end, just to, you know, wrap it up, I wanted to kind of on a little bit of a lighter note. I figured it would be fun just to get your feedback. So I went through and got the names of like all your projects, because I remember one, Trap Island, that was like the very first project. I remember Lo ever telling us about it. He like, yeah, my boy Alex Kane, you know, he do beats. He got this beat project. I remember being in the gym listening to this project. Like, I'm listening to a beat project and I'm like working out to it.
It's the mental, yeah.
But I got all the titles. I just want to I'm gonna read them all through, but then I just want to highlight a few of them, just get your feedback on like maybe like where you were at that time, or just like any thoughts about the project. So yeah, we got Trap Island.
Let's do it.
We got Chicken Flavor Waffle for the Soul. Dawn.
Yes.
Orgina.
Yep.
Stupid Cupid Love Games. Yep. And Memento Mori. What, did I miss any?
I got singles in between there, but singles don't count. And then the EP, A Duck and Pull a Truck.
Oh, how did I forget that one?
That's a favorite.
I forgot that one.
Yeah, everybody's fucking with that one. I was talking real spicy, real greasy on that one.
Yeah, I was like, I don't get how I totally forgot.
So I'll start with that one. I'll start with that one. That was just a time, just some aggression. Had to get some aggression off, and I just wanted to do an EP. That's simply put, mad at some niggas and put a bunch of shit going out, you know, around us. Who can we trust? People doing, you know, bitch ass shit and all. It was like, like, all right, I'm about to talk to him real quick.
Yeah, because Joe Dumars and No Refunds was like my shit.
Yeah, so that's what that was about, aggression. Joe Dumars, the second verse, when I say big cuz hit me up and tell me he proud of me. Yeah, that's the cuz. So that's always been there. I will say, chicken flavor waffle. That's even with the name being as weird as it is. It's not. I've even debated like taking that off streaming. Like it was just something to throw out. It was just a bunch of throwaway beats. Because after like Trap Island is like my baby.
Yeah, I was like, cause
and again,
that's when I was like, oh, this dude is dope with the beats. I was like,
appreciate it. That was like the first time I really. Go ahead.
Oh, I was saying again, I was in the gym, like listening to stuff like I'm working out to a fucking beat project.
Yeah, and the theme for that, like I said, I had to, really focus because it was I have to do part 2 to that. But it was really video game theme. Like every beat was surrounding. I even had to, and it was my first time really out the gate. Just in this era, in the streaming era, because I've done stuff again. I've been doing this shit since I was 10, man. Like, yeah. It's just really walking in it. Like I said, Big Cuz been showing me the ropes since I was about 10 years old, man, and how to write. But and making beats and all that, helping me along the way. But Trap Island, like I even wrote out like this long story, like the manifesto for it, because I wanted people to get that. Yeah. That it's a video game type thing. If you listen to it, it's like Mario for a video game. It's like the princesses and gets kidnapped. Yeah. And you're working through the levels. And then you beat the boss at the end. But every beat has like some video game sound effects or themes to it. So and
that's what I thought was so fire about it.
And there was Alex Kane, the Trap Island. So it's trap beats, video game sounds, and Alex Kane to saving the princess type deal. So that one, that one's, close to my heart. I said chicken flavor waffle. I was still getting my feet wet. So I'm like, I want to keep the algorithm type going type shit. And it was just throwaways. So it's really nothing on that. Dawn, I think Dawn is one of the best instrumental tapes ever. And I'm standing on that. I put that up against Dilla, Donuts, or whatever.
Yeah, like, and even the cover being like, I don't know, it was like a painting or something like that. Like, I was like,
yeah,
I thought
it's real artsy. Yeah, it's real artsy, man. I'll put that up against any producer who got an instrumental tape. Conductor, rest in peace, Dilla. Detroit legend, hip hop legend. I don't need Detroit, but yeah, I put that up. Dawn. When you watching this, go listen to Dawn, my instrumental tape, and share it, man. That one was like, I'm probably the second most proud of, like, or top. I had to dig for that. And even at that time I was struggling to like sample beats and this and that. Mm-hmm. But I was just like smoking and watching Dilla documentaries and Kanye interviews and watching the Wu-Tang series, and I'm just in there just like, how do I chop?
His book is another one I got for Christmas a couple years ago. I still haven't read.
RZA?
Dilla's
Dilla.
I got that for Christmas a couple years ago. I still haven't read it yet.
I gotta get that, and I gotta get Rick Rubin book. Yeah, creative book. But yeah, that was one. Like, yeah, this is the one. Then Orgina again, like Black Excellence. I was working on that. Excuse me, since like for a couple of years, from like 2019 or so, 2018 or so. And what kind of kicked that off was like the Sandra Bland thing. Like, and I've always been like, I wouldn't say ignorant to, our issues in the community and this and that, but I've never like spoken on them for real. Just maybe like a status here or, of course, all that affects us, police brutality, leaving a house scary as a Black man, and, having, being a husband and a father type thing. But even on that outro, when I say like I actually cried after the Sandra Bland shit, like everything else affected me before that, obviously, but like I literally remember like crying on my way home. I was living in Houston then when the Sandra Bland shit, like seeing that mugshot, and like I was calling, like texting every woman in my phone, like family, friend, whoever, like I love you, and I protect you, like that one really hit home. And then I just started putting an idea together for like Regina, reading Malcolm X's book. That was a play that the Nation of Islam had put on in like 62 or something, in the early, before he died. But it was a play, and it's a Negro backwards And again, that's in the middle of the Malcolm X autobiography, and I was like, I'm gonna use that, you know, and it'll fit perfect, you know, talking about, you know, the Black experience type deal. So that one is heavy. Stupid Cupid Love Games. Yeah, it was, you know, just being vulnerable a little bit. Some real, some, you know, so just stories or ideas or in my head, inspiration from other situations, this and that. But that whole project is just relationship. It's just, you know, damn Gina, like I had those drops. Like just that dynamic. I love you, I hate you, we fighting, make up the breakup.
Yep, that's
you cheated, you cheated, I cheated. I'm a side piece. Like Alcohol, one of the songs, like, hey, like, you know, a chick that's married, and you know, a story I just wanted to put together. Like, you know, it's like different stories about love and like a book about love type deal. But every chapter is like a different story. It's kind of how I wrote that. None really tied to the others, but yeah, like a book or love story book in every chapter. It's like a different essay or something. Kind of how I would listen to that.
Yeah, that was dope.
Yeah. I don't know, did I miss any? Yeah, and then Memento. Yeah, just battling depression, man. And everybody dies. We all must die.
Yeah, we all must die. But the other question was more of a fun question too. If Royce came to you and he heard one of your joints and was like, I want to use that, and he asked you for 2 rappers to put on it with him, like he's like, hey, you know, what 2 rappers do you think should go on this joint with me? And he gave you the option to put you on it, and it's produced by would you choose yourself as one of the features, or if not, who would the other 2 features be?
Oh man, I'd be lying if I say I wouldn't want to be on that album, on the song. So I would choose me, if it makes sense. But yes, my first thought is I would want to be on the song too. It's one of the artists. If I'm just producing it, I like the chemistry with him and J. Cole. And then for the home team, man, like just a dream. Like I gotta have an Eminem credit. So, so yeah, M. Cole and Royce probably, or M. Royce and Kendrick, maybe.
That'd be dope. But
M. Cole, but yeah, I gotta. Eminem is. Yeah, I gotta sneak that in.
He said I gotta get that M credit. Yeah,
I'll take myself off. If,
because at the end of the day, hey, I produced it, so I'm gonna have the credit.
Yeah, but what I'm talking about. Or M. Sean and Cole. M. Sean and Royce, my bad.
M. Sean and Royce, okay, yeah. But that's pretty much all I had, bro. I'm gonna just, you know, give folks your social media and all that. We can wrap it up.
Yeah, I just got just Instagram, man. I ain't really dabbling or doing much promotion on the Facebook and the X, the Twitter X, porn X, or Threads or anything. But Instagram for sure. The Wolf and the Blade, and it's the same spelling, correct spelling. The Wolf and the Blade, so not N, but A-N-D. The Wolf and the Blade. So drop that in the description or whatever too. But yeah, that's really what I'm on, man. Alex Kane, it's Kane with the K. On all the streaming services and DSPs. Get my followers up, man. On Spotify. Alex Kane. It's weird. I guess I'm not big enough for them to fix it, but a lot of my stuff gets tied up with this country artist named Alex Kane. So,
I see it on Tidal.
On Tidal, Tidal, man. I love y'all. I don't want to say nothing bad about Tidal, but I have not had great experiences with Tidal as a user and as an artist. But
I was like, the only reason I do is like because I heard they pay artists the most.
They do, yeah. So I love them. But I've had some. That's another story. But yeah, if you see that's the country dude ain't me. But like Apple, for sure, Apple and Tidal, Like they just mixing all shit together. I don't even know if dude make music no more. I don't even see nothing new from dude. But yeah, the Whip and the Blade, man, on Instagram. And if you happen to link a network, or you find me on some other shit, or I get back into the shit, Twitter shit or something, I don't know, or X.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's what it is, man. PlayStation, Money Maven. I can't change that. I want to keep that tag, my old rap name. But Money Maven, MAVEN. If you want to hop on Call of Duty or some shit, or play Madden, I don't know.
Hey,
that's about as social as I am, man. I'm in the crib, man. I'm in the crib drinking coffee, and so I got the keyboard, man.
Oh, yep, on the side, yep. I
just be in my spot, man, and working on shit. But yeah, man, go listen to that Memento Mori, man. What was your favorite one, man? I don't know if you really mentioned it.
Really just the first three. Everybody dies. Sins of My Father, Bad Times. Like those three, I just keep running back over and over again.
Yeah, I be feeling like it's always like what I like the most. People don't really say, and then what I think like ain't really gonna hit. Like I didn't really think Bad Times was gonna hit, or for people to really know what that sample was. But I don't think they're from Detroit. I do my research on that. But just with your growing up with your mom cleaning up with Anita Baker and like all the grooves and shit. We about to clean up Saturday morning. Like that Bad Times flip was like one of those songs. Like I always heard on Saturday morning cleaning up, or stepdad. Stepdad got his beer and grooving too. So it was one of them type deals, but especially with the content of it, I'm like, this is kind of like setting the stage, but I don't think it's gonna be nobody's favorite. But like 95% of everybody is on that song. Yeah, so I'm talking about death and suicide and shit like this. How y'all vibing to this?
Because it was just like I wasn't expecting it from you, so I was just like, oh shit.
Yeah. I figured Memento Mori and like Duck Duck Goose would be like the favorites, but it's like everybody pick their own shit. So it's like, yeah, man. Appreciate that, man.
Yeah, anytime. But it's your boy Smilez. I'm here with my guy Alex Kane. Make sure y'all go check out Memento Mori, and it's another episode of Music Impulse, and we out.
Yes, sir. Appreciate it.